Hi, I'm Angela Skurtu with St. Louis Marriage Therapy, www.therapistsinstlouis.com. I'm here to talk to you about money. So, everybody seems to have values around money, and to be honest, I think everybody has values about everything, whether they're aware of them or not. So one of the most important conversations you can have with your partner is to learn a little bit about what money means to them, what values taught them to do things the way they do, what's important to them as far as goals. Even when couples set a financial goal, it could be good to ask, like, where does that goal come from? Why is that an important goal to you? Like, for example, usually there's about one of three things couples do with their extra money. They're either paying off extra bills like loans or credits. They're either saving in some way for like an emergency fund or investments like retirement. Or the third thing is they're spending the extra money on like fun stuff, like personal stuff, right? Those are about the three things you'll see the most people are spending their money on. And so with that extra money, when you see people kind of reacting certain ways around money, usually a reaction is an indicator that somebody has a value about what's happening. So say you spend $500 on clothes and your partner like freaks out. That usually is an indication that there's a value around money that is being touched, that maybe that person is having some struggle talking to you about. And so as a couple, if you can kind of have a conversation about like, well, okay, I see that I spent money on clothes really affected you. Tell me, what does that mean to you? Why is it that spending money on clothes is difficult? And maybe the value is that, well, I never really, in my family when we grew up, it was we spent money on needs first and then we went for wants. Okay, that's a helpful value to understand. Or maybe in the other family, it's good to go both ways, like learn about each other's families, right? But you might say, and the other one that's like, oh, well, in my family, we did spend some money on needs, but we also thought it was okay to every now and then treat yourself so that you could enjoy life. You know, you work so many hours. Why not every now and then have something for yourself? But having that conversation about like your family of origin and where those values come from help you guys to be a little bit more kind to the other person. Now, it doesn't mean you won't have discussions or conflicts about it, because even when people do understand each other's values, they still disagree. Like in that same relationship, depending on how the couple handles the situation, either the clothes get bought or they don't, or like they get bought in spite. So like it's good to have the value conversation, but then beyond that, you still have to work on compromising with each other around the financial choices. While I do know people who believe there's a right and a wrong way to do finances, the truth is I've read a billion financial books and they all have a different strategy for how to come up with those same goals. And so there are some helpful tips and some things that will make your life a little better, but there are no black and white, right and wrong. This is how you're going to, I guess, win Monopoly or something. It's essentially come up with a way to take care of those three things: paying off, saving, and personal things, in a way that can be comfortable for the two of you, so that you don't feel like you're constantly anxious about money. And when you can come up with something in the middle for the two of you, then it makes it easier to kind of make little decisions. Like, remember we said we're going to put this amount for personal. This is one of those examples of when I would like to pay for myself personally. Okay, so thank you, and it was good meeting you.